Hey, today what I am going to focus on, I'm going to do like a video recording. So I'll keep updating like my agenda. Today is Ekadashi, and I love Ekadashi because um, Swami Vivekananda, I don't know because Swami Vivekananda has a medical background. That's something I thought he had, but I need to validate that. Maybe I'll do it later. But anyway, so when I was doing my research on meridian medicine, he says the mind center comes home to twin hearts, the physical heart before the new moon on the 11th day of the lunar cycle, and before the full moon, it comes to the higher, the crown chakra is called the cosmic heart. So the mind center comes home on Ekadashi to two different centers. Yeah, come on in. I'm just recording a video on.
Oh, so
You want me to pause it?
yeah, go ahead.
So that way. So I'm gonna resume. So to go back to the Ekadashi. So my goal is to do Ekadashi, if I remember. So I'm trying to track it down. So how that's what like initiated me to pay attention to these days so that I'd be calmer, like not get carried away by emotional ups and downs. So this is my main goal for resetting on Ekadasi, my twin hearts. That's one thing. The second thing is ancient Indians used to practice fasting those days, and through my teacher, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nityananda, who I met him in 2016, but before that, in energy, I have been working with him. He says the first thing to focus on is not chewing. So on Ekadasi, if you just even do a liquid diet, meaning like soft diet that doesn't allow you to chew, or to do soups or juices, that's also fine. So just to focus on that, and ultimately, like if we can do meatless Ekadasi, that would be great. So whatever works, like I feel I am going to focus on having only juicing and trying to not chew. This is my goal, and to keep it meatless for me personally. But like I'm just telling what I'm doing, and what people do is up to what is tolerable to them. Okay. This being said, so I'm bringing the ancient wisdom and my current lifestyle, and I'm trying to do something that will elevate me to the next level. And Ekadashi opened up like once I started paying attention to this, I felt my mood was stable, and I really was able to achieve more by being in a higher state of awareness. So um, I have been on and off doing this, and finally in 2014, I had an encounter with a higher being, which, like, um, for people who are very logical and cannot comprehend what I'm talking about, because I am clairvoyant, so I talk sometimes differently than what people are used to. So, to make it more practical, what I found was there is a knowing inside, like in your heart what is it we want. And I had that knowing surface in me, which allowed me to work with a being. Her name is Varahi. And essentially, it's like that same energy in me opened up. And it's like she appears very young, and she has the ability to eat anything she wants because she has the same energy, because one of the demon requested to be killed only by a female version of a pig. So she took that form, um, to see the way I feel is demons or thought forms. that creates bad behaviors in people. Okay, so essentially, I don't accept bad behavior because it's cognitive behavior therapy. So if I'm going to use cognitive behavior terms, it's to understand, like, certain type of attitude doesn't work. So the Varahi form allows me to take that form energetically so that I can reset people, but in a very loving manner. So that's another way to say it. So that year, when I encountered Varahi during my uh, birthday, I went and registered her. So in 2014, I created prayer threads on her behalf, and it has a trademark because in India they call it Kashi thread. This is to bring into fulfillment the essence of time we need to work on to achieve a certain goal. And my teacher blessed, and his logo is, the original golden seal. I gave it to him, so he holds the original Prayer Threads trademark, and I have the version that I put his in and relaminated mine. So, and I'm the principal registrar for this Prayer Threads, and this led me with working with Varahi, ability to connect with Sadashiva himself, who is my teacher. And I met him. So this was started in 2014, and then my teacher, I met him in 2016 by his grace. Like, he found me, he tracked me down, and he asked me to give back the original to him. So, and he was very graceful. He didn't find fault that I took the original version from him. He instead was very, very compassionate, knowing I did it without awareness. So he swapped the trademark with me, which was very gentle. And that's the time he gave me these earrings as a present. So in his honor, I wear, and I also got like a chain from him as a present. So this allows me to know that he loved me unconditionally. So I worked with Sadashiva. So 2014, Varahi came into my life and I started working with her. 2015 was the completion of her energy in me. And then 2016, I encountered my teacher, Sadashiva himself, and I did the Sadashiva with him. And 2017, I worked with him to understand where I need to bring it, and I found my favorite place is to be playful. So they call it Gokul space, and the Gokul space is in the head of Sadashiva himself. So I did complete my Gokul space, and I have a cabin to house 4 people, and I have a tree temple, and that came into completion last year, 2017. This being 2018, and that's when I completed. I understood the highest form, where the Gokul space is to create sweet memories. So I encountered Siddha Lakshmi, which is abundance. Abundance is about having flexible time. I didn't realize that. So wealth equals time, and relationship equals trust. So that's why play place is trustworthy, and health equals stable mood. So I achieved all that through my teacher and his connection. And so Siddha Lakshmi now gave me a GPS type of setup where I could track at what major day of the week I'm connecting with my major project. So this year, I'm opening up a project to work with medical cannabis on a day Vaishnavi appeared. And Vaishnavi apparently is a being that is in the lineage of cosmic consciousness, and her role is to correct bad behaviors. So, and I kind of feel so blessed to work with this higher being. So today I'm going, my pursuit to understand her more is starting. So I am doing this Ekadashi, trying to get to know her so she can be my future guide. And from today I'm making a commitment to understand her more. So this is the essence of what I wanted to record. And in real life, what is happening in the human life is this weekend I'm connecting with Christopher Wright, who does Cannabis 101. I think cannabistalk101.com. So he's going to be my teacher, and I'm his prodigy student. So I'm making a commitment to work with him because he's awesome. I love the whole group of his. clan, and they're coming down to Massachusetts, and we're going to have a conference this weekend. And my goal is to create three lineage of business. The first one is to develop seminars for other physicians and healthcare professionals. 1 minute, and I'll call you in a minute. Yes, I promise. And then the second one is to become business to business in a clone nursery. Everything you want to outsource in clone nursery, I want to be responsible for. And third one is to create an investment club in this industry. So I would understand how to have the investors in one portal according to my book, e-currency exchange. So we would have a common way to invest and share. So this is what I'm committing to this year, and I'll keep recording my progress. And I love you all. Thanks for watching my channel.